Hello everybody, I'm Alfred, and I would like to talk about the ASU incidents, of them chasing away a white guy from a study area and saying that, it's the cultural area, this is a white free zone. This is not the first time this kind of thing has happened, and this is not the first time that such a video has gone viral. It is unfortunate that it seems this is not going to be the last time. I have said it on many occasions. It started with Christians allowing the world to say prayer is not allowed in school. When there was a push for Judeo-Christian values to be kicked out of school, all of this started. First of all, we Christians, we must start pushing back against the laws that are made that are clearly going towards the persecution of Christians and the inability of Christians to be Christians. From Christians now have to fund employees that want to have abortion, to Christians have to take vax. Very soon it will be Christians have to take the mark of the beast. These kinds of things are a progression in a certain direction. When it comes to the schools, we need to take control of the school boards. We need to start having our own schools. We need to start pulling people out of schools. And we need to talk to the Muslim communities, and the people that they have granted a greater ear to, because they have put them in the class of greater victim status. Just like BLM is now moving to riot towards against the Marx mandates, which really helps conservatives and Christians, since sadly conservatives and Christians don't protest or don't do anything to make any political action that will actually engage change, because they are afraid that if they do, the mainstream media will go against them. So there is some advantage in this concept of the enemy of my enemy, or somebody who you have a common goal with, or you have a common conflict, in the sense of the both of you have a common enemy. We must work together with the Muslim communities and others to make sure that they also pull their kids out of the schools, because their kids are not going to be Muslim much longer when they go to all these secular schools, because those schools are going to tell their kids that it's okay to be gay, it's okay to be bi, and a lot of things that are anti-Quran. So we must make sure we alert the Muslims about that. So there will be a mass pullout of people from the schools, and we start our own schools. We start our own Christian schools, and if the government says they do not want to recognize our own schools, we recognize our own schools. We have our own validation process, and we employ ourselves, and we start our own companies, and we employ people who go to such schools, or people who show that they can do the work, because at the end of the day, that is what it is, and most companies are already moving in that direction. A lot of companies already have campuses where they train their own employees, like Apple has its own university. Even franchises like McDonald's has its own university of sorts where it trains people who work in McDonald's, and I think Chick-fil-A has something of the sort. So the reality of the matter is that things are moving away from the tradition of you going through the school system for you to get a job. So we need to not be afraid to do this. The establishment has to know, and in addition to doing this, and we doing our own thing and letting them know that we don't need them, and we are not going to put our kids in their schools that we teach the kids pedophilia and being gay and all kinds of weird things, and teach them that the parents are racist, that all white parents are racist, that everyone that has an American flag is racist. We need to pull all the kids out of such schools, start our own schools, and do our own thing. The school board have to listen to us. The government has to listen to the people. The people should not be the slaves of the government. We are not slaves. We are free people. So that's something that needs to be done. For more, check out Alfred's VIP.